Hey you guys, welcome back to YESHUA Bride Ministry. Today's message is titled, Why Tests Seem So Hard? And this is a two-part series. And today we're just going to talk about three things. We're going to talk about why we don't want to be tested. We're going to talk about we don't accept that Christ has the solution to our tests. And I'm also going to talk about how come we rush through the tests, which I know a lot of us have done before, myself included. So I first want to look at Romans chapter 5, verse 3, and it says, not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience, and patience experience, and experience hope. You have to have hope in your test. You're not going to be able to get through the test that you have by sitting there saying, I don't want to be tested. You have to understand that tribulation will occur. And you have to understand that your tribulation has a need for it. Your experience has a reason. It is something that will come to you in later time. So you have to be like, okay, I may not want to go through this right now, but this is going to help me later on, or it's going to help me help someone later on, because essentially the biggest thing we're doing in this life and serving Christ is helping others. That is one of our primary jobs, to help others. So if you don't have any experience, how are you going to help others? I know the one thing I kept trying to do with work, I kept trying to skip the school part of it. I kept thinking, I want to skip the school part. I want to do something that has the least amount of school. And I'm just kind of like, you really can't do that if you want to do the job that you want to do. But I quickly learned that the reason why I was like that is because that was my flesh. My flesh wanted to take the easy way out. But my spirit is more concerned with, okay, God, Yahweh, what's the next test? How do I get through this test with you? You know the answers. I'm not, I'm just here to do what I'm supposed to do every day, but I need your help through the test. I accepted that I wanted to be tested, so now I'm going to be able to get the solution that will help me get tested. And sometimes we don't want to accept that Jesus is the solution to everything, but he really is. Sometimes I'll go through a test twice. I have to go through a test twice because I wasn't listening the first time. Because I thought, oh, I don't want to go through this test, so I'm going to not pay attention and pretend like that doesn't matter. It definitely matters. In Numbers chapter 13, verses 25 through 30, and I'm going to skip around in here, and this is when the spies came back from searching out the land that God was giving them. And they returned from searching of the land after 40 days. That's verse 25. And then verse 27, and they told him and said, we came unto the land whither thou sentest us, and surely it floweth with milk and honey, and this is the fruit of it. Verse 28, nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there. Now, they said all of that, but God had already told them that they have that land. So Caleb, he tried to calm everybody down in verse 30 and said, let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it. But in verse 31, but the men that went up with him said, we be not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we. When God gives you the solution to your test, you don't have to worry about the naysayers that are saying that you can't that you can't get through the test, or you don't have to worry about your flesh trying to get you to not go through the test. You know what I mean? Like sometimes our flesh will be like, I don't really want to go through that. No. You can't let your body defeat your spirit like that. You have to sit up there and say, I'm going through this test because I can get through it. All I have to do is ask. All I have to do is ask him, Holy Spirit, what do I need to do about this? What is the solution for this test? Because everything is a test. Being able to recognize that everything is a test will give you a better chance at always wanting to find a solution from Yahweh. If you begin to say, just as Jesus was tested, I'm going to be tested too, you will be able to find solutions in everything, and you will be able to take your test proudly. And lastly, we're going to go to the book of Exodus, because we try to rush through tests sometimes, don't we? And of course, we're the children of Israel, so we know what our forefathers did. They were rushing through the tests too. You know, they did the same exact thing. In chapter 32, verse 7, it says, And the Lord said unto Moses, Go, get thee down, for thy people which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt have corrupted themselves. They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten calf, and have worshipped it, and have sacrificed thereunto, and said, These be thy gods, O Israel, which have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. Notice he said quickly, because Moses wasn't gone but for like 40 days, and they immediately began to, like, you already know, probably by like day 10, they were like, oh yeah, he's dead. We're going to go worship somebody else. None of them tried to say, Lord, is everything all right? Nobody even gave a darn about Moses. They just sat up there and just started making a calf. By day 10, I'm pretty sure they started making that calf. And so I just want to say to you that you have the ability to get through that test. You don't need to rush through your test, because that molding is going to make that experience is going to really make you. It's going to be the best thing that you've gotten through, because Jesus was with you the whole time, and he said, I know how to help you get through that test. But it's up to you to pay attention to the fact that YESHUA has a solution for you, so that way you can get through your test in the time that he wants you to get through it. You guys be blessed.